Christmas everyone, and welcome to this month's devlog. This month, we celebrate 6 months in development. Today, I'm going to show off some of the new stuff I've worked on this month, and then take a look back at the last 6 months and see how far we've came. The first thing I'm going to show today is a UI overhaul. I know, exhilarating. This included reworking the code so that it all worked together a lot nicer. Now, the bar at the top shows what page you're on, and you can easily use it to switch between pages. I've also redesigned the layout of certain pages to make them more compact. The most drastic of these changes is the ability tree, which now only shows the ability tree that you have active. A future update will be adding a little effect to show which tree is currently in use. The inventory screen was also moved around slightly to make it all fit together nicer. This includes moving the equipped item boxes onto the inventory screen, as that just makes more sense. Adding on to this new UI, we also have a shop system. As you may have noticed, there's now a money counter on the inventory screen. You can earn money by killing monsters and completing quests. Now this money can obviously be used to buy things. The shop windows can now be interacted with to unlock the shop widget. This is temporarily added to your inventory screen so you can quickly switch between the shop and your inventory. This just makes interacting with shops a lot more user friendly, but unfortunately sacrifices some immersion. The shops act on an item pool system. At the start of each day, it will select a random number of items from an item pool to sell for that day. This means the shop will have a unique set of items to sell each day. This shop appears to have a lazy worker. The 3D model for this cat is from a marketplace asset, and then I've retextured it to look like my cat. You want to go? Currently she just sits there, but this will slowly grow into a village animal AI system that will work the same way as the villager AI. Now, you may have noticed the village looks a bit more festive today. That is because I've added Christmas into my holiday system. This adds some lovely festive parts to the village to help cheer you up during the winter. In the future, the holiday system will be expanded to give special festive items for a limited time in shops, and also spawn rare festive bosses in certain areas for some extra rare loot. These bosses will be easy to find, as there will be multiple ways of finding the location. Later, I will be adding a way to know exactly what day of the season it is, so that if you're wanting to go for a festive boss or buy some items, you'll know exactly when that's going to be and you can prepare for it in advance. While this game is mostly story driven, I do want the open world to be somewhere that you want to spend more time in after you've done some of the main story. I also worked through creating a very basic save system. Currently, this saves what quest you were on and what was in your inventory. I'll be expanding this later to allow for abilities to save and fix any weird bugs, but for now, this works. The last update to the game that I made this month is an exciting one, as it combines a lot of features that we've been working on over the last 6 months. We finally have a gameplay loop. This is quite a simple RPG loop. It's just go to a boss room, kill the boss, get some money, go buy some better items, go to another boss room, kill a boss, get some money, buy better items. You get the picture. While this is a very basic RPG loop, it's still really exciting to have it in the game, as it brings together the last 6 months of work into a fun little loop. I'm really excited to add more to this in the future, but for now my focus is being turned towards the opening quests, but that's a topic for the next devlog. As a small little extra part, I also have some work in progresses for the leather starting armor in the game. I'm really excited to add this to the game, as the current models are ones I made and they look pretty awful. These models were created by a modeler called Priscilla, and that's everything I've done so far. Thank you guys so much for the last 6 months. The channel has grown a lot, and I'm really enjoying working on the game and showing it to all of you. It's insane to look back on the small little combat demo I made and compare it to now with a full city and dungeons and shops and inventory. It's nuts. I think the most interesting thing to look back on is definitely Everon Village and its first iteration versus its second iteration. I also think adding AI to the village eventually was a really good step forward for the game, and it really gives a lot of life to it. When I eventually get round to actually making the villagers not just a bunch of bald men, it'll be great. With all of that, I'm really happy to announce that finally, we have a public Steam page where you can go and wishlist the game. So I'll leave the link to that in the description. I'll also add it to all the past videos descriptions. So go there, wishlist the game. I'm really excited to have that. I'm going to be updating it a lot because it's a little bit rough right now, the store page, but that's going to be updated over time. The last 6 months have been amazing and I'm really excited for the future. I'd like to thank everyone in the Discord who's supporting me and keeping it active. I love talking to people on there and I love it when new faces show up. I'd also like to thank my Patreons, Russell J and Beckett Porter. You guys are helping fund the game and I really appreciate that. If you're wanting early previews and unedited videos where I just explain what I'm doing, then go there. You know, the usual Patreon stuff that I say at the end of every video. The price to become a Patreon is quite low and all the money goes towards supporting the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Yeah. Bye.